Hey guys, I just want to give you a June fishing report for Lake Chickamagua. You know, it's one of the greatest lakes in the country. I just got done fishing here this week. Didn't do really any good at all. I got to check, you know, but wasn't in contention to win. But let me at least pass on to you guys what I learned this week. If you're ever going to be coming here in June, you know, it's the middle of June and this thing's being won shallow. I mean, it's just amazing to me. You know, there's 150 guys fishing offshore, me being one of them. You know, you'll see anywhere from 2 to 10 boats on offshore spots, and you can catch lots of fish out there. Lots. I mean, 50 or 60 keepers a day, but no good ones. I ended up with 26 pounds for 2 days, and that was like right at 100th place. But, you know, if I was to come here again, I would look at that shallow bite. I think there's just a lot of fish here shallow that like to live shallow. Just that's where those big ones are coming from. You don't get near as many bites, but the baits, you know, if you are going to fish offshore, it's a lot of fun right now, but it's not the big baits that you normally would use. It's more like a drop shot, a stand-up worm, a shaky head, those kinds of things. Actually caught fish out to 35 feet deep, which is, you know, a lot deeper than I normally would fish here. But then, you know, I caught my best fish today in about 10 or 12 feet of water. So just some things to think about if you come here in June. There wasn't a lot of current. That's another thing that you always need to pay attention to. The more the current, the better the fishing's going to be, the more they're going to be. You know, this week they seem to always be on points facing upstream. That was the best. It wasn't the only. Points facing upstream and little saddles. You know, anywhere from that 12 to 35 feet, you know, especially those islands out in the middle of the river, they'd be all the way out on those. Any of those drains and ditches that come in, anywhere you'd have a turn in a creek, you know, where it would turn up against a flat, that right there. So I'd always try to look at something that the current would push against. You know, those fish would use that, you know, to ambush their prey. But with that said, shallow would be a way to go too. You know, I think there's a lot of fish being caught on a frog and jig and other things up shallow. But just hope that helps if you ever do come here in June. It's a great lake. Cover a lot of water. You know, there's a boat dock pattern too, so don't forget about that one. But you know, for me, I tried to do it all deep this week, and it just didn't pan out to the win. But I did get a $10,000 check, so we'll take it. You got to take the good with the bad, and I'll move on to the next one. Thanks, guys.